Hello, everybody. I want to talk to you about a new challenge that I'm starting today, and I'll give you a little background on it. I was introduced to this lady. I think she just popped up in my reel. She has a YouTube channel called DGen Rehab. And after listening to a few of her videos, I realized I'm a degenerate. Um, the reason she says that, she's been trading about the same length of time I have. She's a pretty decent trader when she can follow her rules. And makes money. She's gotten a couple of payouts, but she's not consistent with following her rules. So she actually did a 60-day challenge. I'm going to try this 30-day challenge with this one micro situation. And she did it for the sole purpose of becoming a disciplined trader. And she mentioned on her very first day, she violated her rules. Very degenerate type behavior. And I do that all the time. I'll go into the market with a clear set of rules and then I'll violate them. They're my rules. Why won't I follow my own dadgum rules? So the purpose of this challenge is not to make a lot of money. That's why I'm only trading one micro. I'm going to keep my size very small, and I'm going to try to develop a disciplined trader's mindset with this challenge. Okay. So if I get in there and I take a trade and the setup's not there yet, I'm early or whatever, I'm going to give myself two oops. After that, I'm putting on the trade, try to get a good entry, and I'm going to let it play out. My typical trade is $100 stop loss, $200 take profit. I'll move those around as I need to, depending on where the fair value gap is, where the most recent swing high is. But the goal is not to make money here. The goal is to be a disciplined trader. So if this trade doesn't work out, I get stopped out or whatever. That's the second part of it is I'm not in control of where the market's going. All I can do is trade my setup and let it play out. If I'm sitting here trying to micromanage the trade, thinking, oh, it's going to pull back 10 points and then go up, and I get out trying to capture that 10 points, that's not good. It leads to over trading. It leads to thinking that you've got a crystal ball. I'm just going to let it play out. And it burned me today. Today was a see money, take money kind of day. I actually would have made money if I would have left my stop alone, but I thought we were going to take the 24,500 level. So I moved my take profit up there and ended up getting burned. So I've got this on a different product just for the purpose of seeing these rules. This is the very first rule. Wait until a 4-hour regular trading hour high or low is taken before I can even look for a trade. So if the market just opened and it starts screaming up and it goes up 3, 4, 500 points, I can't take any of that price action because I'm a reversal trader and I know when it's in that 3, 4, 500 point range, it can go right back down 2 or 300 points and then right back up 2 or 300 points. But when it takes that 4-hour regular trading hour high or daily high or weekly high or monthly high, something's going to happen. It's either going to keep going or it's going to reverse. And it's that reversal that I'm looking for. Now, same thing if it's going down. It takes the 4-hour low, weekly low, daily low. Today it was pre-market low. Takes that. It's either going to reverse or it's going to keep going. So I need to wait for it to hit one of those levels before I even entertain the idea of looking for a trade. Does that mean I'm going to miss a big, huge move sometimes? Yes, it does. But I'm trying to become disciplined, take only my trading setups. I've got one that works. I got one that works phenomenally well. The signals are good, the rules are in place, and I'm crying like a baby because I can't catch this big move. They're nice to catch. And as long as the rules allow me to enter, I will enter them. But I've got to stick to my rules right now. I'm trading like a degenerate. And I'm stopping that with this challenge. So let's look at today's price action real quickly. Well, first I'm going to go over I just started this today. I ended up taking 3 trades. I had one that ended up being an oops. 3 trades, so that was good. I was within my 4 trade deal. And I actually have it set up to lock me out if I get to 4 trades. This one didn't get locked, thank goodness. But I could have taken another trade, but why with the price action the way it was today? Ultimately, I just want to take 2 trades, one at the bottom reversal, one at the top reversal, and that's it. And whether they win or lose, we'll just have to see. I'm going to do it for the entire month of April. We're starting on the 6th, so it won't quite be 30 days, but I might go ahead and extend it into May. But I'm going to get on here each day, and I'm going to show you this calendar so y'all can hold me accountable. Okay? Hopefully y'all will hold me accountable. I need that. Yeah, this is just day 1 right here. So let's go back. I'll show you my setup over here. $200 stop loss, $200 liquidate and block me. I'm not going to have one of those days where I lose $1,000 trying to catch a 200 point move or 100 point move in with one micro. I do have this at 1520. Don't expect it to ever get there, but I'm not going to cut my profits short. If on one micro, it would be very hard to get there. But the main thing I like to see is this little deal here. When you have it in there, it will often, it'll show you how you're progressing for the day. And it'll also show you on your personal daily loss limit. So I leave that in there as well. And then down here, just so I don't make an oopsie, I actually put in MES limit 2. I don't think I'll trade MES, but if these two, if you trade one mic MNQ, you can trade 2 MES, and it's about the same as far as dollar value goes. Where MES will move 50 points, NQ will move 100. So I would allow myself to take an MES trade if the setup is better over there, but only 2 micros instead of 1. So I will allow that, but I've got it set. It's a limit. I can't trade any more than that. If I try to put on more size than that, it's just going to reject. So I think that's an important thing to do as well. These are the only 2 products I'm allowed to trade. 2 MES. I think I changed the rules to just in MNQ only, and I think I'll just stick to that. I'll leave this on. I'm going to leave it on there just in case, because I have the chart side by side and I might accidentally click over there. And if I do, then that'll protect me. All right, so now let's look at the price action, what I did today. I wish I could record the trades and show you in maybe in fast speed. Maybe I will be able to, but today's price action was rough. Okay, so this is the regular trading hours only. We have pre-market high here, pre-market low there, and we're just zipping. Here we came to pre-market low. We took it out, went about 25% of the gap, and when we started offering higher. We have a fair value gap there. I jumped in somewhere around there, and I aimed for this high here. This was actually gap fill from a previous day. You'd have to go all the way back here to find it. But it was a gap fill, which we left open last Friday. Yeah, right here. So I thought we would fill this gap and then take out those highs, which we did. I thought we would even go here. We had relative equal highs on the 4-hour, but we didn't. We only went just a little bit above it. And I believe the reason we only went a little bit above it is because that's where ES took its relative equal highs, and then we rejected violently. If you tried to catch that move, you'd have missed it, because it was just straight down. Once we got down here, that was my first trade. Once we got down here, what do we make? A higher low. And this is a rapid push down, so that says that's a run on liquidity. Higher low. I don't even think I waited for a fair value gap on that one. I think I jumped in somewhere around here when we made another higher low. And I was thinking we were going here. I really was. But when we consolidated, I moved my stop to break even, and bam, got stopped out. This one I got a full stop out, $88, loser trade. This one made $7 on it, so I'm down 81 bucks. Well, once we did this and we pulled back, We took that. I waited for it to pull back a little bit further. I think I got in somewhere around 310, and I was aiming for settlement. And it took 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I had to walk away. That's one of the things you got to do here. I was okay with taking another $100 loss if I needed to, but I just walked away. But my take profit here was $200, and it zipped down there and filled me, making my total for the day 117. Now, if we look at ES, so market just opened up again. Let's just do it on regular trading hours. So ES, when it popped up, it went to 50% of the entire month of last month. We pulled back 50%. We also took relative equal highs on the daily chart with that candle, and then that's when we rejected violently. We went back up, tried to make a new high, failed. And so this entry here, that's a fair value gap to the downside that gets wicked into right there. If you would have gotten in there, or even this one would have smoked you. If you would have gotten in there with that high or low or one of these wicks here, you would have been good for the rest of the day on that one. Well, until we went down there and took settlement again. But it was just a choppy, messy day. I'm lucky to walk out with any profit at all. But I'm glad I did. So the 1 micro challenge is on. If you want to join me, I'll put those rules back up here again. Just to close out the video. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm only going, unless I mark out these levels, and if one of them gets taken during Asia or London or whatever, and I just happen to be awake, I will trade them. I'm not opposed to trading in those hours. It's the setups there. Okay, so here's our rules. Wait until a regular trading hour, 4-hour high or low is taken. 2 trades per day, you get 2 oops. Like say you get a bad entry or whatever, and you don't want to hold that trade. Don't hold it just because you're only taking 2 trades. Go ahead and get out and get your better entry. I've done that before, and I ended up getting spanked, or I just get stopped out by a tick because I had a bad entry or whatever. And so don't lose money just because you're trying to hold to that 2 trades a day. If you need to get out and get back in, but don't do more than 4. You get 1 oops per entry. 1 micro NQ only. Let it play out. Once you enter, you are hands off. If you have to walk away, walk away. Do not touch that sucker. And aim for the most recent swing high or $200, whichever is greater, and then you're good to go. So do you all know how to find a 4-hour regular trading hour high or low? That's a good question there. If you don't know how to, I'm going to show you how real quick. I'll show you on NQ because I already have this one all marked out. Or I'll do it on M. I'll do it on this one. Okay? So you set your deal to 4 hours, regular trading hour. Now look here. This is the Dow. You see how it's got relative equal highs on the 4-hour right there? That's what it was chopping all around doing today. This is its movement for today right here. 1, 2. It kind of went up. But we're taking those 4 hours, haven't taken much of them. But whenever you do 4-hour regular trading hour highs, all you do is mark the most recent ones. You don't have to go mark 1,000 of them. There's a feature here that's interesting for the Dow is there's a gap in the market right there. So you might want to mark that out. That could be where it could trade to. If you manage to get in on a long position, aim for the high of that. Maybe you aim for that high or this one. But I usually just pick the most recent one, the previous session high and low. Well, this is 1 day. This might throw it off. This April 2, 6, 6. Okay, so this is 1 day and this is the next day. So this will be your afternoon low here, afternoon high. AM high, AM low. So you could just the previous day's afternoon session low would be a good one. You would just mark that out. and then the previous day's afternoon session high or morning session high. Just mark out the most recent high and the most recent low. You don't have to go and mark every single one you see. Because these are relative equal all the way across here, I would go ahead and mark those as well. And since you have that feature, I'd go ahead and do those too. So this one's not much off of where we ended up closing, but yeah, so I would just mark those. And so that's your catalyst right there. You cannot enter a trade until either this one gets taken or that one gets taken. So now, because we've taken this one and we're working, it looks like we took that one, or they might be exactly high. We can look for a short position if there is a reversal pattern. If you know what a reversal pattern is, you don't, go to my daily reversal patterns video. I got a whole playlist that shows them over and over again. But what you're looking for there is for the market to push down, try to go higher, make a lower high, and then pull away with a fair value gap. When it does that, enter your trade. Put your stop above the highs and let that sucker play out. Where do you aim? The most recent 4-hour low. So this is today's afternoon low in the 4-hour chart. Regular trading hours carry more weight than an after hours. I want to show you that real quick. So here we've got these marked out. Like this one here is what we took today. We don't need it on there anymore. I don't know why I even marked it. This is our 4-hour highs right here. These are our 2 4-hour lows right here. This one didn't come down and take it, so you wouldn't have even entered a long, most likely. Unless you were playing off settlement, you can do that. Or pre-market low, you can do that. Right now, that's our line in the sand. This is the low end, this is the high end. We don't look for trades until it gets to either one of those. Now, if we change this to extended hours, watch how the levels change. So we got a 1 way up here. We got a 4-hour way down here. So this one's on that candle, but this one has a lower wick. This one is what I'm saying, it has more weight than that one, because this one would have happened in London or Asia or some other time. This one's a regular trading hour, so we need to make sure it's marked. This one's regular trading hour, it needs to be marked. But this one does not carry the same kind of weight as these two. So if we offer lower, that's our first target, that's our second target. As we're offering higher, this one, I think this one and that one are regular trading hour, that's extended. Well, we may take that one, but we don't have to. I think if we're going to be going up, it's going to be one of those up there, which would be on the regular trading hour. It would be this one, right in the center of that fair value gap. If we were to take those and offer higher, it would be this one right there. We can mark that sucker if we want to, or you can just say it's the middle of that gap. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. Well, wait till a 4-hour high, regular trading hour high, or a 4-hour regular trading hour low is taken. If there was a reversal pattern present, I take the trade and I let it play out. I don't touch it again. Understand? I hope some of y'all will join me for this challenge. I've been wanting to do it for a while. I even made a little banner for it, a thumbnail for it a long time ago. But I've been kicked in the teeth enough now where I'm like, I'm going to do it. When I was doing it, with I got my trading scale plan, and that's part of it. I trade 1 micro for the first 60 days. And I've been doing it. I did great. I did great for a month and a half. And then I lost my mind and sized up and blew my account.